Hello everyone, welcome to From the Star Wars Home Video Library. I'm your host Nathan P. Butler. Now we circle back to a place we've seen quite a bit recently, which is the UK, to look at something actually from 2011. We talked about the Skywalker Saga set, but of course before that was the complete Skywalker Saga. There was the complete saga back in 2011 with episodes 1 through 6 being released on Blu-ray with some great bonus material. In the US, this was our way of getting it. It was, of course, reissued with different packaging in 2015 and 2017, but this was the original. It's a digibook, and it really kind of irked people because it looked super fancy, but to get your discs out, you're pulling them out of these cardboard slots, and it's just easy to scratch them. It's not a great way of actually holding the discs. It's pretty. Oh, it's definitely pretty, but it's not particularly functional in that sense. Well, in the UK, you could have gotten the complete saga in a package just like that, a digibook package. But they also had a different alternative version of the packaging that I had not run across before, and I was very excited to finally see. That was this. And there's actually two different versions of this. There's a limited edition version, and there is a regular version of this. We're looking at the limited edition version here. The only difference is a little bit of what's on the J card and a bonus item that's in this that's not in the regular version. But we'll find it's a very familiar looking bonus item for folks in the US. So this was the Star Wars The Complete Saga from the UK. This is a J card. I'm going to take the J card off, hold you in suspense on what that actually is and why I think it's so much better. Star Wars The Complete Saga on the J card here. Lucasfilm. Lucasfilm. The back here, got a QR code, watch the trailer now. Blu-ray, The Force on Blu-ray, own every moment. Picture of the contents, tells us about it. Lists the films in it, gives us the specifications here on as far as special features, specifications as far as like language options and whatnot. Your symbols down here like THX, and tells us like what kind of Blu-rays they are as far as capacity, gives us our ratings, and UPC down here. That's kind of thick. You're like, how would that fit that digibook version? Not very well. This was what they got as an alternative. It is quite a bit thicker than the US Digibook version. With good reason, though, because it is much more sturdy packaging, in my opinion. Or at least better packaging. It says Star Wars The Complete Saga. Okay. No embossing or anything. Rating. Rating. Lucasfilm, 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment, Star Wars The Complete Saga, Blu-ray, THX. Okay. Lucasfilm, 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment, Star Wars Saga. Underneath there's your product number, then your ratings in Blu-ray and THX. Nothing on the top. The bottom here is going to be where you've got all your legalese and symbols and whatnot that you need. It is region free, so you play these in a US player. It is a slipcover, just as in the case with this one from the US. Unfortunately, a little bit marred here by the fact that it does have the rating stuff and the UPC actually on the back of it, as opposed to just being the clean image. That's okay. The cover's got the ratings on it too. That's just, that is a UK thing. But inside is this. Star Wars The Complete Saga. Nothing but the continuation of the image on the back. We already looked at the spine. Notice what's here. It's going to open up to give us a little folder side to pull some stuff out of that we'll look at in a moment. But then each film gets a sort of blue transparent page to hold the discs like a regular Blu-ray case instead of having to pull them out through the cardboard. And notice, as we saw when we looked at the 2013 steelbooks for the two trilogies, in the UK, the discs actually had art on them instead of being the boring looking disc. Remember, the discs in the US for any of these films were extremely, extremely dull. Just Star Wars, Roman numeral, name of the film, your stuff down here, like your FBI warning and copyright protection thing, the Blu-ray little line there, Lucasfilm, your legalese. There just wasn't much to it. Again, more compact, not as good to keep the discs in, and the discs themselves just didn't look as nice. So here we've got Yoda for Phantom Menace, Dooku for Attack of the Clones, Palpatine there for Episode 3, and just to give you the anatomy of these, you have your character, you have the same type of logo there with the Star Wars, in this case in white, title underneath it, Roman numeral behind it, ratings for the UK and Ireland, then you've got your DTS Master Audio 6.1, product number, region free, Blu-ray, copy protection, 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment, Lucasfilm, and your legalese down there. Obi-Wan for A New Hope, Chewbacca for Empire, Vader finally for Return of the Jedi, C-3PO for the bonus disc for episodes 1 through 3, Lando for the bonus discs for episodes 4 through 6, and for your spoofs and documentaries disc, R2-D2. Much, much nicer. And then this is just attached to the back. There isn't like a back page to turn to. You might say, well, what made this a limited edition? Well, there's actually a few things I've got tucked away in the little folder part there. It's going to say this, if you see it in the original shrink wrap. 9-disc set. Okay, includes all 6 movies. 90 minutes of Star Wars spoofs, over 40 hours of special features, and a little product number type thing down there on the bottom. It's got the little guide, right? In this case, the guide is going to have all the artwork that was missing because it's not a digibook. And then when you get to the back, it's going to have the guide contents like you'd expect, telling us what's on each disc, like what we got within the US set. But again, that's all in the regular version. What makes it a limited edition? A Cinetype. A film cell. Right? Well, wait a second. Why does that look so familiar? Same kind of Cinetype you could have gotten as a bonus if you had pre-ordered the complete Saga at Best Buy in the United States. Okay, so they got it as part of a limited edition packed in. They also did the same thing with the original and prequel trilogies, which is where we got a couple of Cinetypes we've looked at before, specific to those trilogies. But basically, it's essentially everything we got in our US version, in our digibook version, just in packaging that's not going to risk damaging your discs. Yeah, it's a little bit wider. Yeah, there's a limited edition to possibly hunt down to get the Cinetype, but if you don't care about that, who cares? Just go out and just get the regular packaging version of it. But the key thing here is much better on your discs. So for those of you out there who are part of the collecting community who have always complained about the disc labels on this set from the US and complained about the digibook packaging, just know there is an alternative if you want something that is still in that style of packaging with, you know, the Anakin Luke type of cover. You can get this coming out of the UK. It is region-free discs. The discs have cooler labels, and the packaging is better for your discs as a whole. Will it take up a little bit more space on your shelf? Yes. But that's the price to pay for what I think of here as kind of an upgrade over the US version. The US version is certainly fancier. It looks nicer. But from a functionality standpoint, nothing beats being able to get your discs out without running the risk of scratching the crap out of them, or hearing other fans who have had their discs scratched gripe about it constantly anytime you bring up the US set. With that, we'll wrap up this episode. Thank you for watching, and may the Force be with the home video viewers.